Steve's Giant Pumpkins 2025. It's August 4th. We're going to look at all the pumpkins. I've got 40 days on every fruit now. Start off right here in the 150.
Here's the 150 plant and fruit. So a couple things I'm fighting on here. You can see where the leaves are laid down in here a little bit. That's where the groundhog made his path in here. It looked like he either came in or went out this way and back up through there. It made nice recovery, and then day before yesterday started laying down again. So I need to get in there and try and navigate this patch and see if I got some cracked stems on those leaves or something making them lay down. There's a tertiary right there that needs to get out of here. I'm fighting powdery mildew on this plant. So I came out 4 days ago and had a few spots, and I treated it with some Daconil spray on just the leaves that had it on it. The next day it looked really good, and then I came back out the day after that, that would have been day 3, and a lot of it all over the place. So I got my backpack sprayer here with 1 tablespoon of Daconil per gallon. That's by the directions, and coated the whole plant real well and let that sit in for a little bit, and then washed it with some water. And right now it looks okay, but I don't know if I'm out of it yet. I'll just have to keep a close eye on it. Hi Judith, the 150 square foot hula hoop patch turned 40 days old today, estimating 431 pounds, so she's only 68 pounds short of my best 150 square foot grow. She still is noticeably growing. She took a little bit of dip in pounds per day. She's at 16 pounds right now versus she was 18 point something the last 5 days. She is noticeably growing, so that's a plus. A little bit of I don't even know what happened here. It's like a perfect line. And I did move this fan back because the fan was getting close to the fruit. And I moved it back, but it can't fall down because I have these pieces of rebar that hold it up. But I don't remember if I knocked it over while I was moving it. But I think that's the only thing that could have possibly put this on. It's a perfectly straight line all the way across there. So I haven't done anything to it. Just keeping it dry, closely monitored. Blossom healed up real nice from trimming it off. So no worries there. No crack splits. Yeah, no complaints at all here yet. So I'll continue to work on the plant, and I got to get through here and get some leaves cut out of it that fell over outside the border. And outside of that, just keep growing it. We're going to start off on the 2144.5 rotoball, Doris. She's past 40 days old now. She's 44 today, actually. Won't get another measurement until tomorrow. Plant almost all terminated. The only thing left is the main vine, which is going to creep right up through there to that walk board, and a rogue tertiary here and there that I'm just finding. They pop up everywhere, even places I cut tertiaries off. I come back in here the next day or a few days later, and tertiaries are growing in those spots that I cut off already. I am not great at inoculating during vine burial, and I know it's important. I know you're supposed to do it. Chad New did a YouTube video interview with Ron Wallace about a year ago, and Ron said, inoculate, inoculate, inoculate. And every time I come out here, I'm behind on vine burying, and I just slam and jam it and run the 2-minute drill trying to get caught up and get everything buried. I'm not inoculating, and I always hear that in my head, Ron Wallace saying, inoculate, inoculate, inoculate. Well, let me show you why. Hey, the camera doesn't do this any justice whatsoever. This is the 2144.5 rotoball plant. This side, no inoculant used while vine burying at all. This side, inoculant was used. The difference is night and day. I mean, these leaves stand up well above my belly line, and over here I'm about knee height. So that's why you do it. I know it's important, and I need to get better at that. Let's take a look at the fruit. Oh man, look at that. Smart enough to unplug all the fans at the control center before I even come out here to shoot a video today. Plant health on this is generally okay.
Still got some weeds that I've been working on. We talk about that every single time. It's a common theme. I've only scraped away one little spot on the main vine all the way back here in the back. Walk down every day. Everything looks really good. This fruit was perfectly symmetrical almost. There was only 1/4 inch difference on day 40 from the end to end to the side to side. But you can see it's kind of humped up here in the back over the last couple of days. And I'm okay with that. That tells me that she's putting on pounds. And it's nice to come out here and visually see and notice, oh yeah, yep, you're putting on pounds, girl. And on day 40, she was estimating 617 pounds. It's a little bit behind where my 1965 rotoball was at this point last year, about 60 pounds behind. I think she's making up some ground. And I'm not really worried about her right now. She's doing around 29 pounds a day consistently. And yes, I'd like to have more about that, but I am happy about the consistency in the daily gains. I can't really explain why I'm only getting 29 pounds a day. My fruit right down there is getting 39 pounds a day and even hit 40 a couple of times. I have no explanation for that. They're getting the exact same feed, the exact same water, everything the same. And I even think that this plant has a better structure supporting it. But it is what it is. Pleased so far. And, let's go look at a couple others. All right. The 2501 Bernstorm. I really hate having these fans turned off. You can see right there where I cut a big chunk of stem out of it. Right there. This is xerotol mixed in a 1/10 ratio solution. It's 1 part xerotol to 10 parts water. Alcohol ain't gonna cut it anymore on this plant. It's just continue to deteriorate. I wish I'd split this vine a month ago when I started talking about doing it. I didn't do it. I kept inspecting it every day, and I thought it was going to be okay, and just instantly overnight it's not okay. So a big chunk out of it. I thought I had it laying right here. Yeah, this is it. It's been laid out here, dried up for a couple of days, but all this area right down here was nothing but mush. And yeah, I had to take it out of there. So where I took it out, it dripped like a water faucet for a whole 24 hours. I've gotten ahead of that with some xerotol fans. I think I'm okay right now. I'm just trying to get this fruit another 40 some days to Wild and Wonderful way off. It's going to be a real battle to the very end on this one. Outside of that, secondary growth is stretched out way back here. I've terminated all that back there because it's getting in my field pumpkin. All that's terminated on the sides there. I still got some growing that way on both sides. The main vine, well, the secondary, this new main, is still attached down there and growing. So outside of the main vine issues here, I mean, the plant's doing well, I think. What are we looking at here? So I showed you last time trying to cover up these main vines and keep them dry, but it didn't work out very well. And I was thinking about covering up these whole things, and then I came up with this harebrained idea. I just notched some 2x4s and attached the same thing that I used on the PVC over top of that, keep the vines nice and dry. I did that on all my plants, and the reason for that is I'm going out of town for 4 days next week. They're going to have to be overhead water with the sprinkler. You see here I'm working on getting that system started up. The sprinkler is going to be really high, so they're going to spray over top. The main vines might get a little tiny bit of overspray, but it's not going to be too much. And I'm going to strategically place 8 sprinklers throughout the whole patch so that they can equally water the whole thing, distribute the water evenly. And basically my wife will just have to kick the pump on and turn the valve every once in a while. And I'm going to water on day 1. It's a 4-day trip. I'll water the morning before I leave, and I can water when I come back on Sunday. She'll just have to hit it up for 2 days for me. Alright, Scrat, the 2501 Bernstorm by the 2222 Ganger. And yeah, it's been challenged. We've already talked about all the challenges it's faced, main vine issues, and I dropped a big jug of ice on it and multiple other things. It's still growing. I can still visibly know it growing. It did take a little bit of a dip in pounds per day. It's 498 pounds on day 40, and definitely not where I want to be, but you know, trying to have a jacket year, and
I hope I can get this one to 1,000 pounds, and then the other two will just have to make up the difference. I need 1434, I think, per fruit to get my 4,300, and this one's definitely not going to do it. But still going, still growing, still putting on some weight, and like I said, the other two fruit will just have to make up the difference. And like you mentioned already, secondary vine's still growing very well. Actually, I'm really happy with that. This is the new main. I did get some weeds cleared out of here finally. It's fruiting all over the place. I think that's a good sign. There's 1, 2, 3 right there, and I came through here yesterday and cut at least 5 off of it. Hurled them over there for the pigs to eat. So there's another one back there. 4. So there's 4 right here. A day after I cut 5 off. So they just pop up everywhere, and you miss them, you don't see them. Now you can see where everything's nice and wet underneath the canopy, where the sun can't get to it and dry it out. It looks a little bit dry out here. My soil is pretty good shape as far as moisture is concerned. I got an inch of rain a couple days ago and been watering outside of that, so I'm doing pretty good on that part, I feel like. Alright, speaking of making up the difference, we're going to go over here and take a peek at Hot Damn. She's still doing 38.9 pounds a day. I'll have to look my book. I might have that backwards. Might be 39.8. Hit personal best marks for me at 20 days, 25 days, 30 days, 35 days, and 40 days. And she's going to again on her 45-day measurement, which is this coming Wednesday, 2 days from now. I don't know what to say. My kids always made fun of me over the years. I'm even Steven all the time. I used to always say, I don't get excited, I don't get excited, I don't get excited. They would always ask me, are you excited for this, are you excited for that? I'm like, no, I'm not excited. I'm getting excited about this fruit. You gotta shoot it from way back here to get the whole thing in here. Get in here and try and get this blanket off of you. Oh, look at that. So she's growing long. You can see back here, that's how far I've pulled on this thing. That's a good 8 to 10 inches probably. The bottom sheet, the red sheet, the top sheet, the bottom sheet of mill fabric is the orange one. And that's how much I've pulled her off since the beginning. She grew to the back and to the front. And she's just getting fat and happy, man. Had that big dip in her. And she's starting to fill that in a little bit. Try and get in here and get a closer look at her. Again, my best grow to date. She's wide, she's long, she's getting fat. There's her blossom man. This stress mark right here, that came on about 3 weeks ago, healed up nicely. Watching it closely every day for blossom man splits. I saw some folks that had some fruit that were kind of shaped like this, where they were light in the front, not so light in the middle, and then heavy on the back, and it was causing them to put all the weight back here and split that blossom wide open. So I've been watching closely for that. I'm going to tell you right now, if I come out here to a blossom man split on this fruit, you're going to see a grown 53-year-old man cry like a 2-year-old baby. Look up underneath of it. I can fit my hand all the way underneath of there. You can see daylight. My camera won't pick it up, but it can't get low enough to see all the way underneath of there. But I can see all the way to the other side. Here's my hand here. So I don't know what does that or what causes that. It's the first time I've ever seen it before. But everything appears to be okay with it right now at the moment. Here's a little scarring right here she took on at some point in time. It's hard to tell when. They get little things like that. You don't even know where they came from or how to explain it. It's showing her age and putting on pounds. So she turns 45 on Wednesday, 2 days from now, and on day 40 she was 796 pounds. That's my best day 40 ever. I'm hoping she's going to be 1,000 by day 50. According to the math and what she's recently been gaining pretty consistently, I think she's going to be just hair under 1,200 pounds on day 50, and that'll be a personal best for me. It's all about keeping it healthy and getting it to the finish line from that point forward. All right, that's my patch update for August 4th, 2025. Got some things going really, really well. Hint, hint. And some things that are challenging. Fighting through all the challenging things and trying to get to the end. Again, trying to have a jacket year. This girl right here is going to play a big part of that. It's going to have to make up a difference. The scrat's not going to reach. And the rotoball fruit over there, it's got potential to be a nice big heavy fruit too. So scrat will be weighed first. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And then I'll know what these two got to be. So working towards that. I want to go to Utah next spring and early March and put on that GPC jacket. So keep working at it, try to get there. Keep following along, see if we get there, see if we reach my goals. And I'll update you again next week.